Hi, this is Sarah, back home in Pennsylvania after 2 glorious weeks in Ireland. We got home on Tuesday night, and today is Saturday, and sometimes it feels like I was just there yesterday, and other times it feels like I was there a lifetime ago. Right now I'm starting to reflect on what I've learned through this experience, and I would like to share some of that with you. The one thing I learned is what was the core, the reason why we went on this trip in the first place, which was to learn about community. And through talking with the people in SNEAM and learning about them and interviewing them and interacting with them on a daily basis, I've definitely learned much more about community than I thought I did before I started this trip. I remember the first day of class, our very first reading was a lot of definitions for community, and I was very shocked when I first read it because I thought community was this simple thing where you live, who you interact with, who you like. I thought that was just it. But in our course packet, that first reading, the definitions were so varied and complex. And from that, the class decided to put together our own definition, and we came up with all of these point words that are what we think about when we think of community, and we put it all on the board, and the board was filled with all these words and all of these arrows and everything. And we finally came up with our definition of community. Let me read it for you. Community is a process where people are concerned with common goals, interests, values, culture, and our places, and willingly participate in the creation thereof. That was our definition. And I would have to say, through being in SNEAM for a week and then traveling to cities, Killarney, Galway, and Dublin, that I definitely saw that applied there. Through interacting with the people, I definitely saw that they are concerned with common goals through the group project that we did, asking the people what they think should be done with the open lot space there. I definitely saw that they were interested in the common goals of bringing together the community more by having a common necessity place that they could use, such as a bank or a resource center for children. I also saw that they do have common interests and values. I saw how they get together at night in Murphy's Pub or D'O'Shea's or at the SNEAM Tavern on pub night, how much they love each other and how much they care for each other and how much they actually genuinely enjoy each other. And that was just such a blessing, and that just warmed my heart so much to see how much they care for each other. So I definitely learned, not just in the village, but also through the cities, that community isn't just this one thing. You can't put it in a box, but it's definitely what you make of it. As I went to Galway and Dublin, I saw that there were a lot of people that were originally from those cities, and so they definitely had a very long-standing community presence there. But I also met people that had moved there for school or for business, so I was able to see how they formed their own communities, a community by choice, through their classmates or through their employers or the people that they hang out with at a pub or a club. So it was very interesting to see that. So I definitely learned that community is very complex and very varied and integrated. So what we learned that first day of class and the other days in class, I saw it applied in Ireland. Another thing I learned was about storytelling. Bat Burns, who was our guide for the 2 weeks, told us that storytelling is partly the story that you tell, if it's interesting, but it's also how you say it, how you tell it. You can't be monotone, you can't be boring, you can't be lackadaisical, but you have to be enthusiastic, you have to be exuberant. You have to make the words come alive through you, through your body, through your eyes, through your emotions, through how you enunciate and pronounce the words. And you have to look the people in the eye. You have to hold your audience's attention. And you have to know your audience. You have to realize, okay, is this story appropriate for children or for young adults or for older people, or can it be for everybody? And so I feel so blessed that I was able to learn these important principles from a master storyteller, an authentic Irish Shanachie. And now I will be able to apply these same principles, hopefully, if I ever tell a story of my experience in Ireland, or if I ever write my own story. Lastly, I learned so much about myself. I learned that I absolutely love traveling. Every little aspect of traveling, even the hassles at the airport, I don't mind them, because I know that is such a small price to pay for the experience of being in another culture, in another country, and to interact with people that I would never have had I not gone on that plane, had I not bought that ticket. I've also learned that I love people, that I love interacting with them, that I love finding out their stories and sharing my story with them as well. I remember when I first began the trip, I was sort of hesitant about doing a human profile, because I was like, oh my gosh, how am I gonna ask somebody if I could interview them and ask them about the most personal details of their life? And being in SNEAM for those 8 days and seeing how warm and friendly and open the people were sort of gave me the confidence and what I needed, that I could do it, and that I could ask somebody to share their story with me and share my story with them as well, and just have a great rapport with people. So I feel so happy that I did this experience, and I just can't wait to travel again. So thank you.